not with the gang, what the is you doing? Leak one.
Gang, long as you fuck with the gang, everything gon' be okay. If you see us coming and walking your way, you best say what up to the gang. If you got a problem, then we on the way. Don't nobody fuck with the gang, long as you fuck with the gang, everything gon' be okay. If you see us coming and walking your way, you best say what up to the gang. If you got a problem, then we on the way. Don't nobody fuck with the gang. I'm with the G-A-N-G, my nigga Shell, TMNT, we blowing up like TNT. We hit the top, no calling my phone. You'll get dial tones and AT&T. Pretty blue skies is all I can see. You with the gang, you get it for free. Ain't no disguise, just me and the guys until I D-I-E, watch me get fancy. My girl a Bentley, your girl a Camry. That ain't a candy, that's just a Cammy. We don't need candy, ain't nothing sweet. I got a space on the top shelf next to my granny, that's for my Grammys. I feel like Penny, how my family proud, yeah.
All right, man. It's the Qualified to Motivate podcast. I'm your host, Dante Quitman. I got the crew in here with me today. Yes, boy Jamal down there on the cut,
yes, sir.
looking shiesty. And then we got my boy, we got my boy Kev, man. It's been a minute. We got my boy in here today.
Grip, man.
Yeah, Kevin Griffin, my boy. Yes, indeed, the whole government name.
Yeah, Kevin Griffin, yeah, my boy. I appreciate that.
We got a very special guest in the building, man. Owner of his own IT company. He's really doing big things out here, man. We want to welcome y'all, introduce y'all to Lennon Bass Jr. Bass. I messed his name up. I'm gonna cut it out. Start it over. I can run it back. Hold on.
Before you run it back, though, let me say this. Cause you asked him the correct way.
Still messed it up. It's all good. It's all good. It's good because I'm the editor, so I can make sure that's up out of there. And they ain't even gonna see the mess up. It's the Qualified to Motivate podcast. I'm your host Dante Quitman, and I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Jamar, you feel me? Burberry. Jamar, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all might know me as Sauce, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if that, but you know what I'm saying? QTM Sauce, you call me that. That's what you call me.
I like it.
It's Kevin Griffin, like you said. You feel me? Yeah.
All right, man. This is gonna be all right. You see what they on today, but it's gonna be a rough one.
You know
This is Qualified to Motivate podcast. I got the very special guest, Lennon Bass Jr. in the stew with us. How you doing today, man?
Good, man. Thanks for having me. It's Lennon Bass.
Yeah. It's Bass. Didn't I just say Bass the first time I said bass, and then I went back to what I do?
You said bass.
It's the Qualified to Motivate podcast. I'm gonna let the special guest introduce himself. I'm gonna tell him who you is, let him know what you're here to represent, man.
Yes, my name is Lennon Bass. I'm owner and founder of Standard Tech Solutions.
So yeah, I'm gonna start letting you do all our intros because you got it down packed. Oh, man, I'm glad to have you, man. I wanted to get you on here because we've been trying to get like different guests from different backgrounds, and you're definitely the first with a software, IT, just information technology background, and I wanted to get you on here to spread some knowledge and just promote your business, man. Everything that you got going on. So I guess we can start from the beginning, man. Where are you coming from?
Yeah, man. I come from a small town, Person County, North Carolina. The city and the county is Roxborough, North Carolina. The next major city would be Durham, so you don't know where that is.
Hey, I know what that's like. You gotta let people know 3-4 towns before you get yours.
Right, the 336 for sure.
And that's what's up.
Yeah, I come from a small town, country boy to my heart. I've always had a passion for technology ever since I was little, man. I was definitely the kid that was breaking down computers and old laptops. I would get them and fix them up and do all types of stuff. So my parents always pushed me in that direction, just from a small kid. So I knew that I was going to school for IT. So went to North Carolina A&T, HBCU Pride, Aggie Pride. Went there for 4 years, tough 4 years, man. IT is no joke at all. I had to eat, sleep, and breathe it for 4 years. And got out of there, and I first started out in help desk for about 3 months or so. And then I got a job offer here in Asheville for an IT director's role. And that's what I consider the start of my IT career, for sure.
What's up, man? Glad you brought it here to the mountains, to the 828.
Yes.
Like it better up here or down there?
I love it up here. I fell in love with the area, man. I came up here and I was like, I'm just gonna get a little experience and I'm gonna move back to the Raleigh-Durham area. Like, that was the goal. But I came up here and fell in love with the area, man. I came up here May 2020. You know, my lease ended that year. I had always had in mind, like, I want to buy a house. Like, I'm not trying to rent forever. So at the time, I just happened to be here. So I ended up buying a home here, and it's, you know, the rest is history. I've been here ever since.
That's what's up, bro.
You like the traffic?
Yeah, I mean, the traffic
terrible.
it's not too bad compared to, you know, the Raleigh-Durham area, but yeah, it's
just
different
so
up
congested
here.
here. Like it's one spot, like one area.
Yeah, it's getting packed. It's getting.
I gotta
packed
ask
for
you
sure.
something though. You say you from the country. You like liver mush or bacon?
Bacon. Yeah, I don't do that liver stuff. I like country.
You don't
But
like
I ain't
liver
that
much?
country.
I love liver much.
I'm
boy. That was
country, but
shit,
I'm
boy.
not pig feet and chitlins country. I'm
Okay,
just saying.
okay, I got you.
You know,
I
now it's
got you.
gonna be
Southern.
at the family reunion.
He said Southern.
Yeah, it's gonna be at the family reunion, but I ain't touching.
I got
Just
you, I
saying,
got
it's
you, I
a
got
different
you.
generation. I'm not eating rabbits and all that stuff. Squirrel. Nah.
I feel you. I like liver much, but I've been trying to lay off the pork myself. So it's like,
Yeah,
it's good though.
nah, it's
It's hard.
Bro, it's good.
It's
I'm gonna lie
hard to
you.
stay
liver
away
mush
from
and
that
cheese,
pork.
but you're good to go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Liver
Yeah,
much
man.
do hit, man.
What like pushed you to go to the IT route? I'm trying to see where y'all
Man.
stars cross.
Man, it's crazy because basically the same thing that got them into it got me into it. I was young. I was into computers, fixing them. When I was in like 4th grade, when I lived in Troutman, you feel me?
Okay. I know what that is.
Represent.
Me too.
Well, I
I know
lived
what
in-
it is. I know, yeah, I
When I
know.
lived in Troutman,
He
you
used
feel
to-
me?
yeah.
I took this robotics little after school program thing my mom put me in. They helped us build like a little truck type thing, and then I started fixing stuff for my grandma. She always had computer problems, didn't know how to work them and stuff. I just found it appeasing to do, and I always thought I was gonna go in engineering, but then I realized that like it was like computers and technology that I was interested in, and so that's really what got me into it. And like all throughout school, that's all I kept saying was I'm going to school for computers and information and stuff like that. That's what I ended up doing. So yeah, really about the same way for real.
Made the right choice, boy. The engineering is rough business.
And I believe
Oh
it.
yeah, I believe
I
that.
believe it.
You have any, you going to NCA&T, we was talking about how they got a good engineering program. Any of your classmates from there that you knew of, the engineering majors?
If they started in it, I'm gonna be honest. They ain't stick with it.
Hey, I'm one of them. Yeah. That stuff wasn't no joke.
Yeah, that's a different. Telling you, once you get in them STEM majors, man, you gotta eat, sleep, and breathe it, and it's like you gotta. For me, I always felt like I didn't have the exact college experience I want because I was really focused on my education.
Right.
Especially after that first semester. That first semester, I got the academic probation. And it's
Boy.
like, I got straightened up because I ain't trying to go
I'm
back
trying
home.
to tell you, boy.
But let me get it together. And so, yeah, I did that and didn't do a whole lot of social stuff, man. You know, even G-Ho come around, I'm studying, you know.
I think that comes with it though, with like those majors, with like IT and engineering. I'm gonna be honest, like if you want to go to college and party, you got to be a business major or something else.
Yeah.
If you're going for biology, any type of, like he said, any STEM, nah, you can go and cancel that party and stuff. Because every engineer I knew, I did like I told you, really wasn't even 2 weeks. It was a two time a week class, and I went to 3 of them, so it really wasn't even 2 weeks. And I changed my major, and I never seen any of them people from engineering again. Like just because they gotta you gotta be locked in for that, man. So I applaud y'all for being locked into the IT because
Yeah, I credit the professors, man. Them HBCU professors ain't no joke. Okay, they like your auntie and your uncle. They come and knock on your door. They got your number. They making sure you get to class. So
That's what's up.
you know, I credit my professors for sure.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
I remember one time I was in class and we was learning something. I can't even remember. I was like, man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to graduate in this. It was like my sophomore year. I was like, man, I think I might need to change majors. I was like, I don't think I can do this, man. And I started, just like you said, locking in for real.
That's how I was. I started off bio.
Ooh,
No, sir. Yeah, I wanted to be an anesthesiologist for real. Like growing up, then I got to school. I went to Western. They didn't have anesthesiology, so you know you take bio, and I got a D in that. Yeah. That's like the lowest. That I ain't
Get on up out of there.
Wasn't no reason for me even wasting time, dollars. Yeah.
Gotta be real.
And I was undecided at the time, so I took the class like, let me see, let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me ease on into this. But I do think if I didn't party, I probably could have done it. But boy, I love to party. So
You gotta be real mature for those disciplines.
yeah.
He said, boy, I love to party.
man, I took one bio class, and man, when I say I was begging at that professor's office, man.
Oh
yeah,
telling you.
After every
begging.
class.
And this was intro to bio. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is the first, you know what I'm saying?
So I felt I was intro to engineering. I'm like, this is hard. Like,
Yeah,
they
this
calling
is-
people to the
yeah.
board. They answering it, getting it right. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
out. But what inspired you to start Standard Tech Solutions?
Oh yeah, so I told you my first job up here, I was an IT director. I was an IT director for a car dealership for about 7 locations here in Western North Carolina, and just working there. I'll tell you the situation. When I got there, their IT guy had left and had been gone for 4 weeks.
Oh no.
When they hired me.
You was in
When
a
I got
mess when you
there,
got
there were
there.
no passwords to nothing, nothing. Like we had to build from the ground up. Also, this was during the pandemic, so you know, it was a lot of uncertainty. Like we had a call center like that had to work from home, you know, so I had to change a whole phone system, had to do a whole phone system implementation, and really get them straight. And once I saw my talents there, I'm like, wow, I did this like solo.
business. Yeah.
Like I really turned this place around. I'm like, I could do this for multiple companies. But what really it started as just a thought then. But during the pandemic, my sister is a social worker. She was working for a Title I school, and during the pandemic, they had no way to get the kids' laptops, the students' laptops fixed, because the people who donated the laptops to the school donated it to the actual students and not the school. So the IT department could not, service the laptops. So I started this mail-in service. She would send these laptops in to me. I would fix them, send them back. And it got to the point where the school was like, hey, we'll pay you, but you got to be a vendor.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to get my LLC and get it started.
Bro, that's what's up. And I think what you were saying about that car, like taking over the IT job for that car dealership during the pandemic, I think that speaks a lot to your skill, because not only did you have to adapt to like a new job, a new environment, you had to adapt to a new job, a new environment that was adapting to a new infrastructure, like a whole new thing. So for you to take control of that and let them know you like that.
And even like another layer to that, only black person in the company of 260 employees. So it was definitely difficult during the Trump election. So
Hey, that was a trying times, boy.
Let's
clap it up.
That's I'm telling you, for real, because that's crazy.
I don't want to be the only one not clapping.
For real, that's what's up, bro. For real.
I wanted to talk about that too. I mean, I know it's definitely disparaging numbers, like for black people in IT. So, how's that also affected?
yeah, man, it's definitely been difficult. Cause for me, it's been the age thing too. I would say the age thing affected me a lot more than even the race part.
Yeah.
Cause when I decided I was hired on as the IT director, I was 22.
Dang.
So
Crazy.
So
Yeah,
it was
you
hard.
fast.
It was hard for me to get people to make these. I was making these big decisions. I'm talking thousands of dollar decisions, And here I am, a young black boy here in Western North Carolina, and he got to listen to me. He was at my mercy because this was during the pandemic.
Let him know you ain't a young black boy, you're a young black man.
It definitely has played a part. Now the city, I have to say, the city is the best job I've had. Like far as racism, I've definitely had my fair share. Because I'm definitely a millennial, so I definitely job hopped until I got here.
Definitely, got to.
Yeah, I was going through them jobs there from a moment. I was an IT director for 3 different companies before I moved to the city. So one of those jobs, I definitely had some racial encounters for sure.
I feel you on that age thing. That just happened to me the other day at work. It's just older people don't like it here, and like not confrontational, but I guess like no. Or like a no or not getting what they want from a young person. They automatically let me speak to the manager. Let me speak to what I'm saying. Like, all right, and then they come and tell them the same thing you just told them, and then they're like, oh well, okay. And then they so much more calm about it. Like
especially like I was managing people that were old enough to be my father. So it was it definitely was a balancing act, but I learned to sort of perfect that balancing act. For me, what I do is I always respect wisdom. So like I know I might be the boss, I might be the manager, but I respect wisdom that comes from people who are older than me. Because there's knowledge of like book knowledge of what you know, but then there's also wisdom that comes from experience. So I definitely always make sure I honor that when I'm managing people that are older than me, and usually that's what helps that situation a lot. It's usually a remedy for because the first time I was managing someone that was older than me, it was definitely a struggle for me to like it's like because you got to make these hard decisions, and these you're having to lead people who are older than you, but I got used to it.
So like, was it the job offer that kind of led you in the direction that you wanted to go, or did you like have a clear thought, a path on what direction you wanted to go into in IT?
I think that first job is so funny. Like I could tell the story about the job. So believe it or not, I feel like I know I didn't apply for the job. Like, let's be honest. I was working help desk, and I had been applying. I knew I didn't want to stay at help desk because I was tired of changing passwords. So that was my biggest thing. I was so tired of changing passwords. And so I was like, man, I'm going to just start applying. For me, I wanted to stay in the Raleigh-Durham area because I'm also a musician. I'm a minister of music. So I was playing at my church. And I was like, I'm not really trying to leave the area. I was only applying in that area. But someone had told me to start looking elsewhere, start looking outside the area. Because Raleigh-Durham is like, that's where the big leagues are. It's Research Triangle Park. That's where, your top levels who got 10 years in the game are working. So I decided to start applying to other jobs. I'm applying out in different areas. So one day I get an inbox from someone, the owner of the car dealership, and he's like, hey, I see you apply for this IT director's role. Now, I'm like, I know I didn't apply for no IT director's role because I'm straight out of school. I don't have no business being an IT director. And so I was like, okay. He was like, I don't know what it is about you, but I want you to come up here and check out the dealership. So I pull up, it's a weekend because it's 4 hours away from where I grew up. So in the middle of the pandemic, me and my parents come up here, I do the interview. In the middle of my interview, his call center goes down. He's like, hey, you trying to ride with me to Waynesville to see what's going on with these servers? So I went over there, man, and he had a list of passwords. I was able to find the password, get into the server. All I did really was reset the server. reset the server. Everything came back up. He was like, look, how fast can you move to Asheville? He was like, I got your first month. I got a van for you to move all your stuff up here. How fast can you move up here to Asheville?
Yeah, that's lovely.
And I started in that role, and like I said, it was like a kick out of the nest, man. I was like, I had to learn everything. I had to put everything to work. And I realized that that's what I like to do. I don't know if I could sit and code all day, or I like a little bit of everything. And that's what I was able to do in that role. It's just a little bit of everything. The websites down to hardware, down to phones, and, you know, all types of stuff I was able to get into working in that role. So, yeah, I would say I would credit my my direction for my career definitely started with that job offer.
I'm telling you, man, that's a blessing, cause man, I'm trying to. That's kind of what I want to do is a little bit of everything. I don't really have like no main thing that I want to do. You know, like coding all day. I don't think I could do that. And I like you said, I just want to do a little bit of everything. But that's dope, man. Did you have any like certifications or anything before you started that, or you just learned it all at that job?
I tried for certifications. I was trying to do a certification while I was trying to get my bachelor's, and man, that did not. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. I definitely waste my fair share of money trying to get those certifications. So no, I haven't. But I'm an advocate for certifications, man. I think if I did it over again, probably would go to certifications route.
That's what I'm trying to do right now. Just I think I'm gonna get the CompTIA, do all of that, and then get like networking, just so I can have like a basis, a more in detail. Cause like the degree I got is just like a broad, it's broad over everything, basically just a little bit of everything. So I feel like I just need to get like a couple of certifications to solidify. Cause man, you just inspired me, man. I'm trying to tell you, I've been at this job for about like 6 months now, and I think I'm officially fed up with it, man.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Well, I've had a lot of fed up moments, man. I've had some walkouts. Like I've had to do a notice thing and walk out like until I got
what's best for you sometimes, man.
Until you get to where you want to get, man. That's been my motto.
Yeah.
My parents, like, they government jobs, they working for 30 years and you know, that's what they did back then. And I noticed when I got into the industry, I was like, oh no, I can't do this.
No, sir.
Definitely can't do this for 30 years.
I want to ask y'all, man, like with IT, because I be hearing it a lot from, like, I guess just from what y'all said and from him, like, how much of IT is just like you show up and you just like, just hit,
I say
like,
80% of it, because I mean, it don't crash like that. Like something big don't crash to where you got to really put in some elbow work, but mostly it's just resetting stuff. I can't speak for him, you know, but I know for me, I'm tired.
Unplug it, plug it back in.
I'm tired.
Hey, I mean, can any of y'all count how many times you just pulled up, like unplugged something and plugged it back in?
Oh man, when I was working at the car dealership all the time, because we had 7 locations, so you know, I was putting some miles on the car. So there was a location in Silva, Waynesville, Hendersonville, and Asheville. So I was up and down the road all the time. And my main office was in Waynesville. So something go down in Hendo, that's a long drive. Going down 26, battling 26.
It is a long drive. That's where all the traffic meet too, right in there.
Oh yeah. And most of the time I get down there, unplug something, plug it right back up. We good.
Did that like 6 times a day. On me.
Yeah.
This is away from the IT, but you mentioned you're in the church. A musician. What you get down on?
Yeah, so I'm an organist and keyboardist. So that's where
You still play?
Yeah, I still play.
Snap.
I'm not currently playing for a church right now, but yeah, I grew up playing since I was like 10. Started off on the bass, and grew up in the church, man. I grew up Pentecostal holiness, so we the loud ones. You
Keyboards was just always your thing. Huh?
Oh yeah, the organ definitely.
What you ever see yourself doing something with that down the road?
Yeah, man, I definitely, cause that for me, IT forces you to be like pretty punctual and pretty square, pretty, you know.
Yeah.
Music is where I could be just fluent, you know, and so even more lately, I've definitely been thinking about doing more, like, you know, maybe a band or definitely switching up genres for sure. since I'm not really in the church like that anymore. So definitely like the R&B route, you know, definitely.
Is that what you like to play now, the R&B type vibes?
Yeah, for the most part. Still got those gospel roots though. You know, my chords are still pretty churchy, but
Is it any good? All right,
I have a question. How do you like with IT and all the responsibilities you have and stuff? How do you like manage stress and stuff like that?
ooh.
Good question.
Well, I'm a huge advocate for therapy, man. So I'm in therapy for
Oh,
sure.
that's what's up, man.
For sure.
How long you been doing therapy?
I've been in therapy for a while. Definitely since I would say senior year of college. Okay. That's when things really got stressful.
Okay.
Been going for that, but yeah, that's been the biggest thing for me, because therapy for me gave me the words to what I'm feeling sometimes, you know.
Okay.
So I think therapy is a big component, because you get to actually diagnose what's going on. Sometimes we just stressed, just stressed. We don't even know why we stressed. We just, you know, we just out here tired, burdened down, and we don't really. Again, therapy gives you somebody to talk to that can actually break it down and be like, hey, I look at therapy as a mirror. Like, I'm able to actually see myself, like somebody speaking this back to you, like,
Okay.
and also, again, giving you the words to what you actually feeling or what you actually going through. It gives you the vocabulary for it.
Okay.
So.
I never really thought about it like that, because my mom, one time I was like in a dark place or whatever, and she was telling me I should, like, you know, seek therapy and stuff, and I was like, I feel like it's like not useful to me. I thought like that because like I feel like people don't go through what you go through. So like, how would a person who didn't go what you go, you know, didn't go through what you went through, how would he know how to, you know? But that makes sense though. I guess, like, you know, a mirror and stuff like that. I understand that. Like, I never thought about. I never really thought about it like that. I just thought you really just paying somebody just to say what to make you feel good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you definitely have to, again, like the job thing, you gotta hop around therapists now. I didn't boom my therapist. And depending on where you are in your life, you need different therapists for different things. Like right now I have a black male therapist. To me, a lot of the issues I'm dealing with now really stems from my black male experience. So I'm speaking to someone who can actually understand. Like for me right now, it's like, you know, navigating being a young black male in the corporate environment. Like my therapist is literally that. Yeah. So you really want to find somebody who you can actually see yourself in. Like
just
that's
like you,
what helped me a lot.
I think that's a really good idea to like have maybe not multiple at one time, but like you said, to go different, because I feel like if that person just coaching you, might train your brain to think a certain way, negative or positive. Just they might, sort of get it from different perspectives of different people.
Yeah, because I definitely had my fair share of therapists that they were just encouragers, and it's like, I don't need that right now. I need somebody that's gonna be like, hey, I need you to do this homework, like come back and write this down, or I need somebody that's actually gonna make me work. And so, you definitely need different therapists for different things you're going through. Certain therapists are great at certain things. And, again, I have a cheat code because my sister's a social worker, so she's taught me that.
Okay.
I have a cousin who majored in psychology, so she's big on therapy, on family like therapy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would y'all do therapy? Y'all?
Yeah, I done did it a couple of times.
I would.
Did you feel like it helped?
And I mean, when I was going in person, it was good, but then it was around the time COVID hit.
Oh, yeah.
And they went on Zoom, and I was like, nah, I ain't about to be on the camera.
He got a presentation. He's showing all his other clients. You see, Kev?
You know what I'm
You don't
saying?
want to be like Kev.
You feel me?
What I'm saying? Be cold-blooded.
I went one time, and I ain't never go back or get back on the Zoom after that.
So you, like, have you ever like went in the wilderness or anything like that? Like in the nature, do you believe in that type? Like, does that type of therapy work? Like, people say like, I guess like spending a day or two, no phones and stuff, and just feet on the grass and stuff like that. Does that really help?
No, but going on vacation, definitely. Me getting away from my norm definitely is the biggest form of therapy for me. Like I'm a big component of catching flights and not feelings. Like catch a flight, go somewhere. Me and my fiance, we definitely are a component of traveling. We'll hop in the car and just go to Charleston or just just somewhere, change the scenery. That's a good form of therapy. It's just changing your environment. So I think people who do that, it's just a way to extremely change their environment from the norm, you know.
On a side note, congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
congrats.
One more quick round of applause. I love that.
You know what I'm saying? We usually ask people what makes them qualified to motivate, but you know what I'm saying? We already know. You know what I'm saying? We already know.
And I'm
That's
slacking
what's up,
on the
man.
hosting duties and forgot to ask.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I was like, we too deep
Yeah,
in
man, bring us home, man. Go on, throw them with the. We ask everybody. We were just getting in such a good conversation. We forgot to ask you. But go on, ask them the QTM question.
Oh, the QTM question, man. You know what I'm saying? What makes you qualified to motivate you? Feel me?
I think so. I did my homework. I watched the podcast. So
Let's get a round of applause, man.
I was getting ready for the question.
Yes, actually watch it. Yeah.
So I say, you know, my initial thought when I thought about the question was, you know, I'm human. You know, like I'm a man of faith. You know, for sure.
Another round of
But-
applause. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that. I like that.
I'm a man of faith, but for real, I lead with my humanity. You know, I let people know that like I'm human. I make mistakes like everybody else. You know, I have accomplishments, but that don't make me no qualified than anybody else. I am a human that, you know, have experiences. And I think anyone who is human and have experiences, they're qualified to motivate because they have the wisdom that we were just talking about at the beginning of the podcast. So
Yeah, that's
I like
definitely
that,
going
man.
on
I like
the top
that.
answers.
Yeah.
It's just real.
I like it.
You feel me?
Man, this has been so much fun, bro. What is there any like advice that you could give to people that's trying to come up in IT?
Yeah, man. What's up, man? I need some help.
Is there any advice that you could give Kev?
I need
Kevin Griffin specifically. IT advice. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you gotta come through, Kev. You gonna learn some game on this one.
what I'm saying.
yeah, I mean, I've helped a few family members, and what I usually tell them, which where you are now, is start help desk. You get to touch a little bit of everything and get a little taste for it. You get the sampler plate. This is a sample. You get to taste a little bit of everything or try a little bit of everything. So I say do that first and pay close attention to what you like doing. Like for me, I am a creative. Even though I'm, you know, textbook definition of punctual, on time, square, like that's what I am. I'm still very much a creative. So I still needed an outlet, even in my professional career, to be creative. And for me, that was always being in a position where I have a high level view, which is IT management. But some people are very close to details. They like details. Those are your software engineers. They are, you know, they can pick out any bug, they're good at fixing and finding and analyzing things. So I would say pay attention to just your nature, what you like to do, and then apply that to your professional career. So,
Okay.
My man been coming on here promoting so much black excellence.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, it's crazy.
That's real.
Man, he coming on here getting people into therapy. I like it, man. you know how it's black people. You tell them, yeah, I'm going to therapy. Like, oh man, what's wrong?
What's wrong?
Oh man, what you got going on?
on?
Man, everything all right? Who died? Like, is it just like, nah, bro? Like,
Right, he's a ginger ale. He's a ginger ale or something.
They can fix mental health
Right.
problems with ginger ale.
Right.
No, you are depressed. Go see somebody about it, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I like that, bro. You coming on here and I like just seeing people take different avenues. You know, I feel like young black people it's certain avenues we feel like we got to take. Because I remember for a while, you remember it was like all black people was going to college for criminal justice.
Yeah.
And then wasn't doing nothing. They wasn't trying to be a cop. So it's like, wait.
Right. Journalism, boy.
It was like
journalism majors.
we
boy,
all
they be-
have like black people have like set majors like that. We're
Yeah.
supposed to like that. Nah, that's what you're doing. Like, nah, bro, just try something different. Step into different fields. And like, I'm glad that you came on here so you could like show people that listen to this podcast like it's different areas, different like avenues you can go with education or profession.
Yeah, and I'll just say this, to black people, like it's like everything else we do. The best IT people I know, the most skilled and the smartest ones I know are black people. So don't ever let anybody tell you that it's not a field for you. Like for real. I know some people out here killing it. Like some of the softwares that we use on a daily, you won't even know were developed by Black.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You know, so yeah, the shout out to like Shipped. I'm not sure if you guys know Shipped, or Calendly.
School is on the ship. I know Calendly, but school is on the ship. What's that?
Shipped, I think it's like I want to say it's like a Shopify type of thing.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the Black owner, same thing with Calendly. The links that help you, like you can book people. You link all your calendars together. Yeah, black developer. You know,
We just like our community. We be on some like if it ain't tangible, if it ain't something physical,
Yeah.
something like you know what I'm saying, where your mind
Exactly.
can easily absorb it. Anything that's in the cloud, or
Yeah.
anything that ain't, you know, it ain't
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ain't fixing cars. No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna say fixing cars and cutting hair, but you know what I mean. Like people just they if it's not like a working like tangible physical type
Yeah.
job, they don't look at it as like something that can make them, I guess, progress.
yeah.
And on a side note, though, when you was in help desk, you had to do on call.
No, I didn't do the on call.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh no, I know that's true. But car dealership, yeah, definitely. Because the car dealership, I was a one-man show. The people I managed were contractors, so these were people I brought on as needed, and I still had to be iffy with that because you know there's a bill that comes with contractors. So I was definitely the one that was on call all the time. Something go down, you know, I'm the point of call, or you know. But I got my monitoring systems up to where you know I know before anybody else knows.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
a pro tip for anybody that's out there in IT. That way you
So-
ain't got to be on call getting.
So
bothered.
just curious, if something bad was to happen right now, what would you do? How would you, fix it from right here? Like you would get a call and you would just have to go somewhere or what?
Right now in my career, I'm not usually that person because technically at the city, I don't work in the IT department. I work in the planning and zoning department that handles all of that. So I'm like a liaison between them and IT.
Okay.
So for now, I would call IT at the city and be like, hey, y'all need
Saying, boss man, he just put the order in.
That's lit though, man. I don't even know you that much, but I'm proud of you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
appreciate it.
Definitely.
This is outside of IT. It's just the corporate world. Just because I low key need this advice. I possibly, maybe, hopefully, we'll see. Might be dipping my toes into that corporate world here soon.
Okay.
I did once for about 2 hours. Oh, bro, that was so funny, bro. It was like the first job. It was sales. It's like like merchandising or where they do like sales out of, where like a company will hire a company to do sales out of like the electronics section of like Target or something like that.
Oh, okay, got you.
I did that, and like it wasn't even the job. It was just I don't know what it was, bro. I've never felt like this. Like I always tell myself like I'm gonna work at least a month at a job, and bro, I was in there. I just like wasn't feeling it. And then he had the person who was training me had to interview somebody. So he's like, yeah, just walk around, and I gotta do this interview. And that whole time I'm walking around, I'm like, man, I'm just walking around Target like, I text my mom. You text your mom, like,
Yeah.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
She was like, hey, you got intuition for a reason. And then and what really solidified is I text my boss at my other job like, hey, what if I rescind that 2 weeks notice? He said, I ain't even put it in yet. I was like, yeah, I came back. He was like, he got done with the interview. I was like, he's like, hey man, I'll let you take your lunch break in about an hour. I said, yeah, ain't even gonna be necessary, boss man. I'm gonna go in there.
Yeah.
Appreciate the opportunity. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit and got up out of there.
See, you real, boy. You
I
real.
couldn't do it, bro. But
I would've
I
walked
think
out
this
on them
next
folks.
position, you know what I'm saying? This next position, I think, would be for me. So what are some tips you got just for corporate America in general?
Corporate America is a beast, man. Again, that's why my therapist is a black male therapist who actually used to work here in Asheville.
Oh, that's even
In
better.
corporate America, because that's been my latest season of struggle. It's like you got to understand the corporate America was not even built with the thought that we would be in.
there. Yeah. Ooh, dang, man. Pause.
Like-
Let that breathe. Just gotta let that breathe, because that's real.
Yeah.
Oh, continue, man. That was real.
So for me, it was very difficult getting comfortable. Like even to this day, I don't get comfortable at a job. I ain't got no personal stuff on my desk.
Bruh,
I ain't got no personal stuff
No
on my
stickers on the
desk.
locker,
You
none of
know,
that.
so if something happened, I need to go. I grab a couple pens and I'm out. like I don't get comfortable. So that's one of my advice is like, hey, just know it's a job, you're a number, and somebody could take your place tomorrow. For me, I grew up a church boy, so everywhere that took that everywhere I went. Like you know, I'm loyal to wherever I'm working with. I'm gonna give my all, and corporate America see that and be like, yeah, we're gonna work him.
Milk 'em.
We're gonna milk him. You know, so for me, I had to sort of, you know, grow a little tough skin about how I show up in corporate America. You know, the church guy don't show up at work. You know, he's like, I'm corporate. You know, I'm corporate for real. I go in. For me, I don't build a whole lot of deep relationships in corporate America, just because you know, yeah, you just want to keep. For me, I like to keep that separate.
Business. That's where it really is.
Yeah.
Business is business. Like
Yeah, and again, it goes back to this is a place that's not used to having people like us there. So even some of the things I do in my personal life is still a little bit to, you know, so I'm not adding a whole lot of people on Facebook.
Right.
And, you know, because you want to keep that separate just because, again, that's not,
it's not the yeah.
you know.
Do you think it makes it better, or if you work for like it's still corporate America, but do you think it's better if you work for maybe a smaller organization than a large multi you know national?
I would say definitely now that I work for a larger organization, I advocate for a larger corporation. And I say that because there's human resources, there's people, and there's policies and things set in place to protect you as a person of color in corporate America. I was an IT director for a startup company, and it was 8 of us, and they wanted no HR. So when some racist stuff went down, you know, it's me and him. You know, so I say a larger corporation definitely made me feel a little bit more comfortable because there's HR, there's people and guidelines set in place for if things go left or if something go wrong, as far as, you know, racism or anything.
That's what's up. That's good advice, man. A lot of game kicking. I'm glad we had this episode, man. We like to do a podcast where we got like, you know, we have fun, but it's also serious, and we kind of been having too much fun lately. I need somebody to come through here and give us some real game. You know, we've been kind of goofing off lately. I'm glad you came through, bro. You came and got us right, got us together.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity for sure.
What's some goals you got for Standard Tech Solutions, man? What you want to see out of the company in the next 5 years?
Man, I speak this in the atmosphere all the time. I want to be the largest IT provider in the world.
Man, talk that shit, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and say it with some bass.
Because I really want
some bass.
I really want. Funny enough, that was my band nickname because I played the tuba. So yeah, I played the tuba, so I was playing the
See, you
bass
just
line.
didn't see what you ain't know is I knew that was your nickname, and that's all it was, bro. That's all it was. I do good research. I'm leaving all of that in there now just because I ain't gonna take it out. I want them to see it.
But yeah, man, I want to be a provider for technology again, just to help business owners with technology. You know, we're in a digital age, and there was a time where we just thought of IT as just this secondary thing. You know, like we're gonna get the building up and running and get everything going. We'll worry about that website later. We'll worry about the card machine later. We'll worry about the digital. You know, we're living in a different world. We're living in a world where, you know, Gen Z ain't gonna shop with you if you ain't got Apple Pay. Like, we're living in a different world. And so I want to be able to support business owners with that, you know, being able to provide all your IT services under one contract. So my goal is to really to push that out more to you know, everyone. Right now, most of my clients are background screening companies. But I want to expand out to restaurants and, you know, just any business, honestly, food trucks. Like I have solutions for food trucks and, I definitely want to help business owners again with technology because this is a technology era.
It's the boom. It's
Like
happening.
you got to have it on point. If your
Gotta have
website
something.
not looking good, people not going.
Yeah. Like it's like you
People
at
gonna be
least like bare minimum got to have a Facebook page now. Like,
Yeah.
Something.
So,
Yeah.
man, break the parts of the company down for me. You know what I'm saying? What you got? Because you might see an application in a couple months. You know what I'm saying? For your boy.
Yeah. So I would say the biggest part, or I would say the nucleus of the company is IT consulting. So doing what we're doing right now. Like you're a business owner sitting down with me. Hey, this is what my vision is. What do I need?
Okay.
That's at the core of what my company is. And then after we figure out what you need, I partner with other bigger companies to bring that solution to you. So we have a Spectrum partnership, we have a Lenovo partnership, and we partner with WordPress, Wix. That way we can build you a solution that's totally tailored to what you do. So I would say, yeah, that's sort of how the company works is, it starts at that nucleus point, that IT consulting, that's what everybody gets. That's me sitting down and catching your vision.
Okay.
Like, hey, I'm opening up a restaurant downtown and I want drive-through orders. I want pickup orders as well. And I want digital signage. I need security cameras. I need phones, And so we put all that together under one bill, for them, implement it and manage it.
That's what's up.
So again, to the business owner, they only focus on cooking if they're a chef.
Exactly.
They only focus on that. And far as technology, everything's handled by Standard Tech.
Okay. Oh, that's lit, man. I like that for
I
real.
know them restaurants definitely need you. Definitely, because, ooh, boy, I worked a lot in customer service and stuff like that, kitchens and restaurants. And I remember, boy, worked for a small business, small restaurant. I remember the first day he turned on them online orders.
Oh, yeah.
It was a train wreck, bro, just from like not having the IT set up properly. So I know small restaurant, like they need it bad just because it's, like you said, most of the people that are coming from that background are chefs. They don't know about POS systems and things like that.
Exactly. And my biggest motivation is that IT consulting is usually a service that's given to big corporations. Most of the time you're not able, the level you have to reach of success to be able to hire on an IT consultant is usually when you're at a corporate level. Usually big corporations like, even the city or, most cities, they hire on IT consultants to come and help them with big solutions or big changes. So I want to bring that service down to small business owners. Like that's a service that I think small businesses should get. To me, that's really where the gap is between corporations, smaller companies. They don't have the capital to hire an IT team, and they don't have the capital to hire an IT consultant. That's, or even, so we want to bring that down to the level of small business owners and have them be able to benefit from that service.
I like the way you put your words together, my boy.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. That's probably one of the strongest skills you can have right there in corporate
Oh,
America.
yeah.
Got to be able to throw them together nice. Is there anything else you want to promote or put out there for the folks?
No, man. I just say, if you're a business owner or you're even a creator or somebody who's just thinking about doing something in the business aspect, definitely reach out to me. Again, we support any type of business owner. Even if you're a creator, you want a video editor or photo editor, like we do that. So I'm a big advocate for business owners to reach out to IT consultants. Usually they got the magic, touch.
You got where can they how they get in touch with Standard Tech Solutions?
Yeah, so you can go to www.standardtechsolutions.net. And you also can find Standard Tech Solutions on Facebook. So definitely reach out to me. My name is Lennon Bass. You can always reach out to me, on all platforms. I think my my Instagram, I think, is Created to Win. So you can reach out to me there.
That's hard.
but
That's hard.
so definitely reach out to me. And again, I'm conversational. We'll chat it up, shoot your vision to me, and yeah, we can make it happen.
Nice. And we also got a shout out to the missus one more time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She you know what I'm saying? She really looking out for you out here, man. That's what's up. You got you a real one, bro.
Yeah, shout out to my baby, my fiance, Tiana Smith, soon to be Tiana Bass.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, it's been qualified to motivate Lennon Bass in the house. I got the name right finally. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Qualified to motivate.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.